Tonight, you guys, we're going to be mainly talking about the tour I just did, which was Ukraine. I got back a couple of weeks ago now, so we're going to be talking about that. Um, First off, though, I want to touch on a couple of things. For those of you who are interested in seminars, we're going to have a seminar on September 20th. It's going to be in LA, but this one's got a little bit of a twist to it. So after the seminar, there's going to be two socials that are actually going to happen. One social is set up for older gentlemen, and then the second social is going to be set up for the younger gentlemen. Uh, these socials are going to they're going to have Asian women there. So if you're interested, call the office and look into that. Okay. We haven't done this before. I'm actually quite curious how it's going to go. I might try to talk to my wife into going. We'll see how that goes. But other than that, guys, like I said, we just had the Ukraine tour. I was there. Now, I'm sure some of you heard that there was an incident in Odessa the night before the tour started. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. We came through Moldova, drove to Odessa. About the time we got into Odessa, checked in to the hotel, it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. About 5.5 hours later, 1:30 in the morning, I'm laying in bed, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing air raid alarms going off. And I've been there before during the war, and when the air raid alarms go off, you know, that's your time to get up, go to the bomb shelter, just get to safety. Well, this time the air raid alarm stopped. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, threat must be over. So I went back to sleep. I'm laying down. Then all of a sudden, I just hear all this gunfire going off. And this is the Ukraine's air defense system going off. I guess whatever's coming in, they're trying to shoot it down. And this sounded like it was right outside my hotel in Odessa. Then all of a sudden, we three drones came in, and one drone pretty much almost hit the hotel. Um, I won't tell you what happened after that, but everybody was safe. We managed, all of us guys that were there at the time, not all the clients were there, but most of us were. We got down to the bomb shelter. I called John Adams and let him know, hey, yeah, our hotel was pretty much just hit. All of us are okay. We're in the bomb shelter. And so John, very concerned, decides while I'm on the phone, hey, we need to make a decision here. Do we continue with the tour? Do we go up to Kyiv, and just do a social there? Or do we just call the whole tour off? Now, most of the guys can hear John on the phone while we're talking, and everybody, it was nobody, everybody had the same idea. No, we're going to continue with the tour. So we continued with the tour, and it went very well. Like I said, we're in Odessa. First social was in Odessa. It was down by, right down on the water. It was a little bit of a humid day, and the place was open, but it was very nice scenery. The food was incredible, as you guys might know, when I was talking about the food at the social to the guys, I let them know that, hey, the food is there for the girls because they're coming straight from work. But then here I am at the social eating, which I thought was pretty fun. Anyway, we didn't have a big bunch of guys. We only had maybe 9 of 10 guys, but they're a good group. If you guys are listening, Jay, Chris, James, Brian, Edward, Ryan that you're seeing on the screen right now, just a good bunch of guys, no problems whatsoever. In fact, one of the Jameses, okay, who you see right there on the screen right now, James met somebody in Odessa, and this girl just happened to show up at the social for the first time ever. She only just registered. She wanted to see what the socials were all about. And this was her first time at the social. And what's kind of weird is I interviewed her at the social. And I interviewed James too after the social. But these two met at the social, and it seems like now they're in a relationship. Everything's going very well. And we're going to be talking to James later on. But right now, we're going to listen to those two interviews between James and his new fiance, Nina. So let's listen to those. What's your opinion on these guys coming over here to a war zone just to meet a Ukrainian woman?
I see that they're good guys, so I think they deserve to find a perfect match.
There is a wedding palace nearby. It was like more traditional in Ukraine, you to spend a lot of money on wedding.
We just go to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Just relax. We're all friends here. I know some guys get a little crazy with the champagne and the girls. Hey, get us a bottle. And we don't want 125 drunk women.
Oh, we don't.
Don't say it. Yeah, I know you. I saw the wheels turning. Put your game faces on, guys. There will be some finger foods. Those are not for you. A lot of these girls are coming from work. They don't have time to stop and eat. I've done a couple of hundred socials now, and I've seen all sorts of things happen at these socials. What do you think so far, man?
I think I've had pretty good success.
This is your second tour, right?
Correct.
Do you think you've learned a lot since your first tour?
Yes. The first time, my interpreter wanted me to get more names, and this time I
It's not
focused.
about just a whole bunch of names.
Right.
You gotta feel it, right?
Right.
You gotta remember, there's 14 guys, 150 women. These women are gonna start getting bored. They need something to do.
Я вас спрашиваю имя. Вы говорите свое имя. Вас как зовут? Алена.
I think that this is very interesting evening for me. I meet so many good people, men, girls, so funny, so...
So
I'm
you've had
happy.
quite a few guys come up to you, talk to you.
Yes, of course.
What do you think about American guys coming over here during wartime?
Yes, this is my question. I asked him because this is bravo, this is very strong
Right.
men,
Yeah, it
strong
takes-
mental men. So yes, bravo. For me, this is very, very good men.
So it shows that these guys are serious.
Yes,
That they are
serious
looking for a
and,
good woman.
Gentlemen,
Right.
of course.
Is this your first time at one of these?
Yeah, this is the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you look very comfortable out there.
Well, I'm trying my best.
How did you hear about this whole function?
I heard about this event from the agency where I registered with, and they told me about this event, so I came.
Have you met anyone that, hey, I'd like to have a second date outside of the function?
Well, yes, I met multiple guys, and I really like them, and they took my number, so I think we'll get in touch with them. We'll see what's gonna happen. Maybe we can know each other more, communicate.
I'm
I will
sure.
keep you posted.
What's your opinion on these guys coming over here to a war zone just to meet a Ukrainian woman?
Well, I would say they are brave, and I think they really want to meet someone. That's why they're coming to Ukraine. They're not just, like thinking, but they are really wanting to meet someone. And they love Ukrainian women for our culture, for maybe, I don't know, for our beauty or whatsoever. No, it's really. So I'm sure about these guys, and I see that they're good guys. So I think they deserve to find a perfect match, and why not?
Anything set up for after the social yet?
Yes.
Really?
There's a lady from Kyiv I met, and she wants to meet.
Okay. And she wants to meet after the social.
Yes.
All right.
And I have one set up for tomorrow.
That's fantastic. So, not bad so far.
It's good success.
So last night we had our first social here in Odessa. It went off without a hitch. We had lots of women. From what I'm hearing so far, the guys had a good time. But I guess if we want to really know how good of a time they had, let's find out. I'm standing here with James. James, how you doing?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
First social last night.
Yes, it was quite the night. Quite the night, yeah.
So, what were you expecting, from last night?
I was kind of, I didn't know what to expect because when you say, oh, there's like 10 of us and like 100 and some of women, it's a little like, we were kind of like a little bit nervous at first. All of us guys are kind of like, okay, how is this? And but the ladies were great. It was really going in. We were kind of like doing laps.
Right. Yeah.
And every single one were dressed to the nines, looked fabulous, and they kept having that, like when you walk by their table, they had that hopeful look in their eye, like, oh, please sit with us. And then and the funny thing is, there was several women that I couldn't get away. They kept like, the one physically took my arm and said, "Oh, please stay."
Yes,
so
that'll happen.
That'll
happen.
They're really friendly.
So it met your expectations.
Yes, definitely.
I would. I've been doing this for quite some time. Even myself, when I go into these socials, it's still the wow factor.
Mm-hmm.
These days, though,
You got to be a little bit, step back a little bit from that, right? You got to be careful.
That's right. So, did you meet anyone?
Yes, actually, it's kind of funny because I originally came here to meet, especially one woman in particular. Well, she couldn't make the social last night until like the last 10 minutes she shows up. But before that, I just happened to run into another female. And the funny thing was, there was 3 standing in a row, and she was standing on an end, and the one in the middle had a dog with her.
Right, I saw that.
And so I just, as me and the interpreter were walking by, I just made a comment to her about the dog, like, oh, nice dog. But I'm thinking, okay. And then I just kind of got to her, and and she spoke perfectly. She spoke better English than I do. And so we've got to talking for like a half hour, 45 minutes. And my translator's like, well, you don't need me anymore. So she went and grabbed something to eat, and we just talked. And so I'm kind of, we're starting to go out now. We're planning on here in a couple of days having a really nice dinner. So it's funny. So like you go, and that's one thing that the men have to know. Like, you want to have a plan, but you got to be willing to kind of roll.
You got to be flexible because a lot of guys feel that, and I explained this before, a lot of guys think I know exactly what I want, who I want, what's the look, and they go in and it's like, whoa, squirrel,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so.
They throw a curveball at you, and so now I'm really attracted to this other one. So now I'm kind of in a quandary because I kind of like them, and that's something you got to figure out because like, they're all beautiful, and it's really kind of mind-blowing, like how it's like which way you want to go with it. Yeah.
And not only that, you've got another social coming up, so
I know.
in Kyiv, and God only knows who you're going to meet there.
Right. So
and that's the thing, I see it so often that guys, I met the one, I'm pretty sure she's the one. Then they go to the next city and it's, oh, hi.
Yeah. So that could be very well. I mean, I'm sure because I'll go there here tomorrow, and I'll be like, whoa, like it's just each one's better than the last one. So it's like it's really so like I said, I came in with a game plan. I had all the women lined up I wanted to meet, and I had a couple in mind, and then you get here and it's like, there's you, and there's like more, like and it's just really. It's like a kid in a candy store.
Yes,
you're trying to it's really hard to kind of pick out, or try to, just try to narrow it down. But that's something that's going to have to be done eventually. But it was really mind blowing, and really the staff has been awesome with that because like there last night, you were all there, and you really like my translator was great. She was, and sometimes us men need a nudge, and then sometimes she's kind of like, okay, well, let's start moving around, you know, because
Right.
I kind of, especially when I got comfortable talking with the one, I talked to her for like half hour, 45 minutes, and we were just having, and finally my translator was like, well, hey, let's just kind of do a lap or two,
Right.
and
So, of course, you're in a country that's in the middle of a war. Any, concerns about coming here?
there was a few concerns. I was especially after hearing about what happened
On the first night,
the
yes.
day before I got here.
Yeah.
But there was a few concerns. But I'm kind of one of those men that I go for it. I kind of don't really fear a whole lot. But I did have and actually I kind of fibbed to my family because I knew they would think I'm crazy coming here. So all the rest of my family think I'm down in the Caribbean taking a cruise, but really I'm over here. So yeah, so I did have it's natural just to kind of be a little concerned, but it's like I'm just one of those where I go for it and because I really and plus I'm on a really limited time frame. So this tour because I'm a teacher and it happened just right the one time I could come. So I'm like I am not missing this chance. I've been waiting for years to make it here, and so nothing was going to stop me.
Well, we're only just started, so
Yep.
let's see what happens at the end here.
It's very exciting. I'm very happy and very excited to see what's coming. So
All right. Thanks, James.
yes, thank
Thanks
you very
for
much.
participating.
Yes.
James, great guy. Him and the way him and Nina found each other. Guys, this happens all the time. Some guys, oh, it won't work. What does he? How rich is this guy to have someone so beautiful? James is just a good guy. And as long as you got a good attitude, if you're a good guy, this can work for you. Let's right now, because we're backing up on the questions, let's take some questions here. Brian says, I got my passport today. Peru, here I come in October. Congrats, Brian. Bryant. Jeremy, except for the guy that stepped through it. Yeah. Jeremy's talking about when the hotel got, hit with the drone attack. We're all in the bomb shelter. And I knew everyone who was there already. And there was one guy, Chris, he wasn't down there with us. So we were worried, and so we finally got the security to go up there and find him. And Chris comes to the door for the security guy. He goes, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay. He slept right through it. Yeah, it was quite funny. Let's see, Shen. How many weeks? I'm sorry. Let's see here again. Would you ever go back? Oh, no, he says, how many weeks did I stay in Ukraine? And then he asked, would you ever go back even after nearly getting bombed? I was there for 2 weeks. I would have been there a lot longer if my beautiful wife would have been there with me. But she was home. Why is she sneaking in here? Yes. So 2 weeks. I did the 2 weeks. I came right back. Would I go back, Sheehan? Yes, I would go back. In fact, as soon as everything is okay, we will go back. She wants to see her family. She wants to see her friends. So we will definitely go back. Dave's RV channel. How many matches were made in Odessa and Kyiv? As far as I know, solid matches, we know of 3. 3. I think James is the only one which turned into an actual marriage proposal, basically. Like I said, in a few minutes, we'll be talking to James about that. Oh, that was from James. Whoa, sorry, James. Let me see here. Passport King. Ukrainian women are so gorgeous, like looking at models and supermodels. Of course, they have brains to match. You got that right. They do. They definitely have brains to match. I'm telling you something, guys. Okay, me and my wife, we've been together for almost 3 years now. We spend a lot of time together because, especially being retired, I spend a lot of time at home. We do everything together. Everything. I mean, we don't go. I don't go out separately. She doesn't go out separately. And you would think, though, after 3 years, you'd be pretty tired of each other. You want some space and stuff. It's not that case with us. We have a lot to talk about, even though we have, culture differences. We have an age gap. She's 45. I'm 64, but still, she is smart. She's a smart girl. Brixton would like so much to join a Ukraine tour. Then why don't you, dude? What's stopping you? That's the only question I would ask anyone. What is stopping you from going on a tour? If it's money, okay, you save up, you go on the tour. But there shouldn't be too much things stopping you from going. All right, here, Jeremy, I want to go on a tour just for the experience, but no tours for me now. Okay, all right. Don't hold off too long. Ryan, hey Joe, do you know offhand about the seminar social? Will we get picked up from the airport, or are we on our own as far as the hotel accommodations? Side note, just more proof of what you said on the last podcast. It says a lot about American women when men are willing to go to a war zone. Yeah, it does say a lot about them. I did expect at least half of the group after that hit to actually say, yeah, maybe, it's time to go home, or maybe we should just go up to Kyiv where it's a little bit safer. Even up in Kyiv, guys, the night before we were scheduled to leave, to come back down to Odessa, there was a missile attack. And the drones were one thing. The missiles going, exploding, those things shake the entire hotel. But it still didn't deter the guys. They still wanted to stay. They still wanted to, continue with the tour. As far as the seminar, Brian, it was the first I heard about it just before we had the podcast tonight. My only advice is call tomorrow, speak to Anna, speak to somebody about it. They'd have more information about it. Okay. All right, Jeremy. How much money should I take if I go to Ukraine for 3 weeks? How much money should you take? You're talking spending money because, of course, you already have your hotel accommodations. I say if you plan for maybe $100 to $150 a day, you'll be safe. Okay, if you're talking about spending money. Dave's channel. Hey Joe, every year I want to go to Odesa, Kyiv social. Unfortunately, every year it's the same dates. Late July, early August. Please move the dates 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. I'll talk to John about that. See what he says. There are other ones. Besides the summer tour. There's one coming up in November. I believe there's one in March too. I believe. Brixton. Anyone going to the seminar in LA? I don't know. Maybe we'll go. I don't know. Like I said, this is something different. Socials after this seminar might be worth seeing. Such a lovely couple. Yes, Passport King. They're a great couple. Both of them really nice. They just clicked. Let's see here, because we only have a couple of minutes before James is going to call in. Joe, it's called patience. Yeah, yeah, it is called patience. Let's see here. Jeremy, Joe, I'm married to a lady in Odessa. That's why no tours for me. Good for you, Jeremy. DC Cat, how much spending money do you think I need to take on a Ukraine tour? Same, but like I said, if you plan for like 100 to 150 bucks per day, you'll be safe. You know, if you're going on a tour, obviously you don't have to worry about the hotel accommodations, the transportation, the translators at the social. But if you plan on, dating, and especially if you have to date a woman who needs a translator, 150 bucks a day will do you just fine. Because you're not going to be dating every single day. As much as you would like the idea, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, we've had guys though that want, 5, 6 dates a day. More power to you. I don't think I could do it, but they seem to get by it just fine. Oh, let's see here. I'm waiting for James to call me. Call me, James. The LA social is mostly Asians in each. New Dave, guys, it is a huge dust storm outside, and I can hear it. I hope it's not coming through the microphone. Joe, the LA social is mostly Asians. Any chance of Ukrainians at all? No, unfortunately not. All right, guys, James is calling, so we'll talk to James real fast here. James.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good, excellent, thanks.
Are you watching us right now?
Yeah, yep.
What did you think of those interviews?
Really good, really good.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it thinking, man, I need, I need to do something. Ever since I retired, I don't like the way I look.
Right. I know the camera makes me look bigger than what I really am.
Yeah. So, James, of course, you heard us talking about you and your lovely lady Nina. But before talking about her, you actually were corresponding with somebody before you went on the tour. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, we're always talking about correspondence and everything, and some guys take it to a whole new distance with how many letters they write back and forth. Just give us an idea of how many letters you wrote, for how long, and then what it was like to go over there and meet her face to face.
Sure. This one lady I was writing to, it was probably a good 8 months, and I was opening and writing probably at least 3 or 4 letters a week. So basically, I was writing so much that it pretty much paid for my tour, if that's anything. And so I was writing and opening letters to her, and then so I really kind of. She's the reason why I went over in the first place.
Right.
And we went on several dates, and I don't know, I just, like the first date, it went okay, but I don't know, I always said, when people ask me, what do I, what am I looking for? I'll know when I see it. And if they take my breath away and make my heart skip a beat, I know that's the one. And I just didn't feel that with her. And I thought, well, I'll go on a second date and see if I can warm up, and it was kind of the same thing. So we ended up going on 3 dates total, and it just wasn't working. It was, I just didn't feel it. She was beautiful and everything, but it just wasn't clicking.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got kind of lucky and met Nina at the social, and And that's exactly what happened. Like you were saying earlier, I was looking at this dog, and all of a sudden I turned my head and saw her, and all of a sudden my heart skipped a beat, and it just, and you know me, it takes a lot to make me speechless. And it was so funny because I looked at her and I was just gawking at her, and all I could get out was, hey. I looked at her and I literally just said, hey. And
just to clarify something, it was an actual real dog you were looking at. You weren't looking at a dog.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you were looking at a real dog.
Well,
okay, just
right, exactly.
I just wanted everyone to know that.
Right, yeah, little tiny
What's your
Pomeranian
opinion
or something,
on these
right?
guys?
Right.
I remember that dog.
Right, and so like I said, I looked at her and like I said, all I could get out was hey. And her and I were just talking about this last night because we've been talking every day on Viber, FaceTiming and such. And she thinks it's just funny as all get out because and she keeps mentioning about the dog. And but because I probably would have just walked right past it because I was looking straight ahead, and luckily I just happened to catch the dog out of the corner of my eye. But I could have just walked right by her and missed her. And so that's just. It was just kind of fate that that lady had a dog beside her, but and then like I said, once I started talking to her, and then once I finally was able to start talking, because I literally just I was speechless, and I knew right away. And it sounds corny, and I know some of the guys are probably rolling their eyes, but it's like it was love at first sight. I mean, I knew she was the one. That's the one I've been looking for forever.
Nice.
And it was so cute because she looked at me. And like I said, I just got out, hey, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, hello, and she just started talking. And I'm just like, wow, she even knows English better than I do. So this is awesome.
Yeah, she spoke very good English. Yes. Yeah. So basically, you can thank this other woman you were actually having correspondence with because she's the one you went over there for, and it turned out, hey, you did meet the one.
Right. Right, I fell in love with another one. Yeah.
So there are good things that come from correspondence, guys. So what's the plan? What's the plan now between you and Nina?
The plan is, like I said, we've been talking for the past couple weeks since I've gotten back. A lot of Viber, like FaceTime kind of things, and we're planning. I just hired an immigration attorney up here in Anchorage to get the paperwork all fixed and settled up, or done. It's probably going to take. They said minimum 9 months to a year, maybe a little earlier, but that's probably the range we're looking at. But
okay.
So we're in the middle of trying to get paperwork all situated because she has a daughter who was born in a different country,
right,
in Jordan. So now we got that to kind of complicate things too. So it's going to take a while to get all the paperwork together and translate it and everything. But then once we do that. Hopefully, she'll do her interview, come over, and then have an interview together. Over here somewhere, and then we're gonna get. I mean, we're already we'll get married, and she's willing to come up here and try Alaska with me. So
yes, I remember that. Yeah, that's good that she's willing to at least give it a try.
Right. Yeah, she is just so special, and I mean. Oh my gosh! I mean, I really thank the good Lord every day that
Yeah, you lucked out there.
Oh, for sure.
But yes. You both did, just like me and my wife. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it just got me at the right place at the right time, and just all because of a little dog, we ended up getting together.
Yeah. No, it's good. That's good. Yeah. All right, James. Well, I appreciate you calling in, okay, and sharing your story. We need more of these. We need more guys to share their stories instead of just because a lot of times we don't even hear from guys who that actually found the one. So, but you and I will talk a lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure. And take care, and thank all of you for all you do, and it was I really appreciate all the help you've been giving me.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, take care, my friend.
All right, James. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. So guys, it can happen, when you least expect it. And, with the correspondence thing, we've had guys who correspond with a woman and yeah, they go over and bam, they've already have the chemistry. So it's already, they click right away. Other times, people will write, then go over and find they really have nothing in, that spark they had while in the writing just didn't transpire to real life. So it could go either way. But good things come from correspondence. Correspondence, sorry. So don't be, put off by writing letters. Okay, guys? Just do it, reasonably. Some guys, they spend a lot of money writing letters. Even John will tell you, John Adams, he'll tell you not to do that. Okay? Let's take some more questions here. Not that I'm in any rush to get out of here with that storm going off. Jeez. Let's see here. Renee, hey Joe, why don't you let your lady join you on the set? She just did. Maybe she will next time. Okay. Yeah, she actually just came just to talk to somebody. It's one of the other Ukrainian ladies here. Actually, Anna. She's coming to talk to Anna. All right, let's see what else we got. Travis, is the war still going on in Ukraine? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, it still is, Travis. We're hoping it ends soon. And hopefully Putin and Zelensky talk and they can come to a compromise and end this war. It'd be nice. David, Joe, I've chatted with 2 Ukrainians and both want to meet individual. That's good. When they want to meet individual, that's good. And not on the social tour. Are they skeptic? Oh, no, or no. No, they're not that. They just, some women go to these socials and they just find it, they don't want to be in the room with, 150 other women. They rather meet one-on-one. That's their aim in life. And guys, I have no problem with women wanting to do that. In fact, I would go as far as saying this. If you are talking with a woman, chatting with her, writing letters back and forth, that's how you should meet, not at a social. You should not invite her to the social, because I'll tell you why. Number one, when she goes to that social and you get up and leave her to go walk up the room or whatever, she's now fair game. All right? I haven't seen any fistfights over a woman like that at a social. I mean, I've done a couple of hundred and never seen a fistfight over it. But I don't want to start a new trend, okay? But you should definitely meet one-on-one if you're writing tour. Okay, let's see what else we got. Jayhawk, hey Joe, congratulations. I know you put a lot of time and effort in finding a woman, and your patience paid off. Yes, it did. It was funny how we were introduced and what was, and I'll say this now, it was funny because my friend, our common friend who introduced us, he wrote me and said, hey Joe, I know, you don't normally go after this type of woman. And he's talking about her hair, because it's usually long-haired brunettes that I go after. He goes, but she's smart, she's funny, she's got an incredible sense of humor. I think you guys would be good for each other. And he showed me a photo, and I thought, wow, she's very attractive. Yeah, I'd like to at least talk to her. So we wrote back and forth, and then I decided, when we were talking and FaceTiming, I knew I have to meet this. I have to meet this woman. She was very attentive, even on the phone, and I could, and I have no regrets going over there at all. Even during wartime, it was the best time, best money spent, best time spent, going over there and taking a chance and meeting her. All because of a random I wouldn't say that, Joe. Yeah, Arizona is a dry heat, I know, but right now it's not dry out there. Ulysses, going to tour, you will have more choice. Yes, I did a Euro Club individual tour in Ukraine last year in December. So how did it go, Ulysses? How did it go well? I mean, what would you say the biggest advantage was going on tour as opposed to just doing a Euro Club? I'd like to hear that. Michael, hey Joe, I'm considering the July tour next year. I'm 25, really? Wow. Ryan, who you'll be hearing from, he was our executive client. He was on the tour and he's only like 30, I think. Is Ryan 30? Hello? Ryan. Is he 30? Is he? I know he's in his low 30s. And being 25, man, wow. It's pretty young. After finding someone to share my life with, okay, I'm serious about finding someone to share my life with. That's great. I know some women may be concerned about my age. What's the best way to ease their concerns? Just talk to them. Let them know how mature you are. You're not a kid. You know, you're not here to play games. Just things like that. You know, they want to hear that. They want to see your sense of humor, your maturity, things like that. You know. Tom, hey, hello, Joe. Have you led tours to locations other than Ukraine? Tom, yes, I have. I've done tours in Costa Rica. I've done tours in Colombia. I just like Ukraine tours. That's all. I just find them a lot more interesting. But the next tour I do, though, will have to be with my wife. And I already told her that I won't go alone without her again. She will have to be with me or I will not go. So, isn't that right, honey? Yes. Wow. Signal. What city is better to meet more down-to-earth ladies in Ukraine? Yeah, let me ask my wife that one. Come here, hon. Yes. The question is, what city is the better city to meet more down-to-earth ladies in Ukraine? Well, that's so you know, Holdovka is actually Russian occupied, so that ain't gonna happen. So.
Oh, but this is my native town.
Okay, so other than that, where?
Actually, it can be any. Even you can find it in Odessa and Kyiv. It depends on girls because a lot of girls coming from, I cannot say like villages or small towns, but you know, suburbs. So it doesn't matter what town or city. It can be Lviv. It can be Ivano-Frankivsk. It can be Kherson. It can be Zaporizhia, Kharkiv. So I know a lot of friends.
So would you say that? But Kyiv, you know, being the major city, would you still think you would find down-to-earth women?
Yes, I have some friends very down-to-earth with kids, divorced or widow already. So
I mean, besides you, because you're an exception.
Me, of course. No, I'm talking now about my friends, my girlfriends I have there in Kyiv.
Oh, don't say that over here. Now they're gonna ask, "Oh, who's your friends? Who's your friends?" Send photos.
Actually, she is a client, and she came from my own native city, and she's in Kyiv. She is really down north, and she's not only one like this. So my blondie, my manly character.
Oh God.
So yes, I have a lot of friends, single, but very nice girls.
Okay.
So done.
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 Thank you for that.
Okay.
All right. All right. So there you have it. I wanted to get her perspective on that one. All right. Oh, Ron, there you go. She just joined me. Okay, let's see here. What do you got here? Oh, hold on. Where'd it go? All right. Do you think the war will be over before the end of this decade? And have tours in Kherson and Kharkov or more east of Ukraine? Yes, I do think the war will definitely be over before the end of this decade. I personally think it'll be over very soon, but that's my thinking. As far as tours in Kherson and Kharkov, I don't know because those two cities have been pretty well decimated, especially Kharkov. It got hit pretty hard. I'll tell you what. Let's bring in another expert, Anna. Let's bring in another expert.
I didn't expect
Okay,
that.
everyone knows Anna,
Hello, guys.
basically from Odessa.
I
Hello,
didn't
Anna.
expect that coming.
Yeah, well, I bring in special guests.
Yeah.
Here's the question.
Both of us going to be here.
Do you think the war will be over by the end of this decade? And will there be tours in Kherson and Kharkov or more to the east side of Ukraine?
I don't know.
Well,
if the
I don't
war
think
will
east
be
side
over.
of I don't think the east side of Ukraine because that's
Yes.
where the fighting is.
I don't think the
You
east of
mean-
Ukraine.
Maybe you meant west.
And I have doubts about Kherson, guys. I would say we're probably going to go back to Kharkiv as soon as possible. But Kherson, we just have to admit that a lot of ladies left. And to do the social, to do the tour, we have to have a number of the ladies. So we will have at least 100 ladies on a social. So we will usually have to have like at least 500-600 ladies there that registered with us in one city to have a good social for you, so you're going to meet someone, not just to show you the city around. So yeah,
But Kharkov got hit pretty hard. So
Kharkov hit pretty hard, but it's bigger city. Kherson is really small one, so it's going to be harder to have it again. But Kharkiv, as soon as we will be able to go to that city, it's wonderful, amazing city. We'll go there, but I cannot say anything when the war will be over.
I think it'll definitely be over
hope.
by the end of the decade. You're
It can
talking
be
about that's
frozen, yes.
2030.
2030. Okay.
Yeah.
2030. Yes, I would really hope for that, and we really hope that it's going to be over, and Kharkiv and other cities going to be Ukraine. But yeah. Are there any other questions while me and Marina here? And it's storm outside, so we cannot leave the office. So.
So we have to stay here.
Joe, I noticed the Euro Club is usually for one city. What happens if a man wanted to meet, say, 4 women in one city and maybe another city meet 6 women?
We have the split, guys. It's going to be additional $300 for the Euro Club, but you can split it between 2 cities. Usually, if you have one city, like you are in Kyiv, and you have one girl from Lviv or 2 girls from somewhere around, we're just doing it like exception and bringing those girls to that list so you can meet them as well.
There you go.
All individually. We're doing everything for you guys to meet the girls.
See, this is why I brought these 2 in.
He doesn't want to talk anymore.
John Smith, I notice foreign women want a man with confidence. In your opinion, how do you build confidence? Well,
How did you build your
you
confidence?
being a cop, you have to have confidence. So,
So it
so it
depends
was already
what
there. I mean, confidence is just knowing yourself and not being so undecided. Stop it, you. She's standing here laughing at me. She's standing here. Come on. How do you build confidence? You just have to build your self-esteem, I guess. What do you think? I think it comes more self-esteem.
Guys, I can tell that a lot of clients that comes to our tours on the socials that not confident. After the tour, they so confident that they can talk to anyone. We had situation
True.
when the guy came on the tour, he wasn't that confident to talk to the girls and everything, but after that, he sent us email like 2 weeks later after the social, and he's like, you know what, thank you so much. I got so much confidence in me. I was talking to the ladies that when he came back, he flew somewhere for work, and he started talking with a lady in a car rental. And he's like, I would never talk to the lady. She had some Ukrainian name or something. And he's like, oh, I just been there. And he throw like few words in Ukrainian. And they start talking. And he's like, we are dating right now. So thank you so much for bringing that confidence to me.
May I say something? and right woman next to you can make you to feel confidence, like her behavior, how you treat her, how you respond to her,
How she treats you.
how she treats you. It's also self-confidence. Sometimes I'm like pretending too blondie to my husband so he can feel too manly and helpful to me.
Thank
so,
you. Oh, that's real
so
nice.
he feels like
nice.
very
Yeah,
very
but that's
really
what we
nice.
usually do. That we cannot open the can or something, or we need you to do something at home.
It also depends on woman.
So there you have it, guys. She pretends.
I can do everything by myself, believe me. But why should I, if I have my real man next to me?
Thank you.
Yeah.
DC Cat Joe, you're doing a great job in your return. Thank you. At least somebody has confidence in me.
I do.
Look at this. He has the same initials as me. Joe Jr.
Yeah.
John Smith watched Saturday Night Fever. Just watched Saturday Night Fever and channel the main character. Steve, success brings confidence. Meet a few of them and you will gain confidence. That's some good advice there.
It is.
Passport King 77, Harkov in Harkov in no, it says Harkov in Harkov.
Kharkiv.
Yeah, I think he probably meant
This is the
Busan.
same.
The same two cities.
Is that that's the same city. Harkov and
In
Kharkiv.
Russian, Kharkiv, in
Kharkiv,
Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Renee, Joe, I've been communicating with a lady from Kyiv for a while. She's 44, never been married, no kids. Is this normal for Ukrainian women, being that Ukrainians are so family orientated? Is that weird for a woman who's 44, never been married, and
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. Or
well, maybe she was a career.
She
was a
made
career
her
woman.
career, and maybe she like certain ancient, and she's thinking, okay, so I'm done. I did what I wanted. Now I want family, and yeah, it's. I would not say it's not normal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happening.
Well,
yeah,
I
it's
guess.
happening.
Well, I want to thank my two guests for coming over here and talking
we
with
have
us
to
and
leave
answering
now,
a few
Yeah, looks
questions.
like we have to.
Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to hear an interview I did with Ryan. You remember Ryan? You
Oh,
remember
Ryan.
Ryan was our executive client. Great guy. Ryan was a very good guy. So we're going to hear I did an interview with him towards the end of the Kyiv portion of the tour. So let's hear that. Well, we're still here in Kyiv, and it's coming to the end where we'll actually leave in the morning and head back to Odessa. But I managed to, grab one guy on the tour that I've been wanting to talk to. Ryan, how you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good.
Ryan, you're on the executive program, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? What
Sure.
That entails?
First, I flew to Phoenix and met John and Tanya, my matchmaker, and they took me out for lunch. We talked about the things I'm looking for. First of all, there was this huge personality assessment that they had me fill out that took probably an hour and a half to fill out. But it was very thorough, and then once we got to the end of really getting to know each other and what I was looking for, then they had me pick like 300-400 profiles, and then they just got to work.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty thorough. It's pretty intensive.
Yeah. I also had a photo shoot while I was there in Phoenix. So
how did that go?
Good, I guess.
Good,
it seems like it worked out.
So part of that is you get to join the tour. You go to the socials, hang out with the guys. What was that experience like?
It was pretty good. I got here about 2 weeks before the guys got here, so I dated some of the ladies that I met through the executive program, which I would have never met one in particular that I really connect with well unless I had the executive program.
That's right, because she actually had to come in from a different city.
That's correct.
Okay. So how were the socials?
The socials were great. They were wonderful. You've never experienced anything like it. You just gotta go out and talk to a bunch of ladies and just get to know them. It's very fast. There's like 4 hours to talk to 150 people.
Right. Now, you're a young guy, all right, but I noticed at the socials, you didn't just talk to the younger girls. You spoke to all, a big, wide age gap there. Is that something you, particularly wanted to do, or that's just...
Well, I mean, you're going around. I think it's good to maybe use the word work the room.
Work the room, okay. Yeah.
It's a good warm-up, and then you just kind of get to know people, the culture. They're very polite, so there's really no reason not to talk to most of the people. And some of them were calling me over, hey, come talk to us, and why not? I mean, you really meet some wonderful people that maybe there's no romantic interest, but you might make connections in some other way.
So you made some good connections?
Absolutely.
Yeah. In both cities, or one city more so?
Both cities. Both cities. They're definitely different vibes. Odessa is more, if you enjoy the beach, it's a little slower paced. There's still a lot of people there. And then Kyiv is a different energy too. More fast-paced and just a slightly different mentality, but you can find anybody at either city.
All right. So you're going to stay here in Kyiv. You're going to see that girl from the other city again. Well, I wish you luck. It was great meeting you. You seem to get along with the other guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to work together. This is not a spirit of like competition. It's
exactly.
How did it go? Did you see anything that was kind of iffy or not? We worked together.
I noticed some of the guys were talking about particular girls and stuff, and so that was interesting. But all right, is there anything that you could say right now to a guy that's watching this, still sitting on the fence, undecided whether or not he should come over? What would you say to him?
There's no reason to just sit there and do nothing. Just come out and experience it. I mean, if you got to save up a little money every month to do it, do it. You're not going to regret it, and you're going to want to do it again. Even if you found the person you're looking for, you're going to be like, man, I wish I could do this again, but yeah, just do it.
All right, just do it.
Exactly.
Ryan, it was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for doing this.
No problem.
I wish you luck.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, Ryan's a great guy. He had great success over there. In fact, I got to reach out to him and ask how it's going. But yeah, young guy, just went over there and just because you're young doesn't mean they're gonna, flock all over you guys. They still want substance in them, in a man. So just remember that. All right, we got time just for a couple more questions, guys. Let's see here. Michael asked, Anna, will you be attending any tours next year in Ukraine? I assume you're asking the Anna that was sitting here with me. Anna, who was sitting here with me, yes, she'll be doing the March tour next year. Anna Soshi, who also works the office, and you've seen Anna on some of the videos, she will be doing November. Okay, guys? So you got back-to-back Anna. Okay. James, Joe and his beauties. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have beautiful women on both sides. Brian, hopefully the seminar, social, in LA will be successful. If it is, then have the next one in Phoenix. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, good idea. Okay, WK has a question that I'm going to bring in my baby, my hun. Hello, I'm going to bring her in for this question. Okay, this is a pretty deep question. He's got a dating question. If a girl lies to him about having an Instagram account and does not tell him where he's going on holidays, and he finds out that she does have an Instagram account, should he be worried?
Honestly, yes. It's something wrong with that because if girls are open for like open relationships, nothing to hide actually. If she is hiding her Instagram account, this is how I see that from my point. So it means she is hiding from you or how many followers she has, how many guys among of these followers she doesn't
You
want
mean
to show
followers?
followers.
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 Yes.
So how many guys she doesn't want to show you, with whom she is hanging out, where she is going. Or there is another option, as I see, maybe she is living with somebody or she is dating with somebody and keeping you like a plan B, backup plan, and that's why her boyfriend, her man doesn't want to her to to open, to make her Instagram open, to have it like public,
public
to
open.
have it publicly open. So,
But let me join.
yes,
There's one
join.
more thing that
I get pushed out all the time. Yes.
if she has working Instagram account and it's like if she's modeling or she's doing something like for work, she's using it. She just maybe not that sure that she wants. Maybe she's shy or something. So just
Come
ask her.
on.
No, but it's really a thing for the girls right now that maybe she just. It depends how long you're dating. And yeah, it's her personal life. And if she's not telling you where she's going on a weekend, on a holiday, that may be a red flag, okay? But you're not her husband for her to tell you everything, right?
No, but if you if you already started what is it, dating relationship,
If you
it
commit
shouldn't be
relationships,
like
yes.
open. At least, or not Instagram, but FB. I don't know. At least some social media, so you can see.
There's your answer.
we made more questions than answers.
All right. Joe G, the dust storm must be causing some lag. Yeah, it could be. Passport King says AFA puts together some classy socials. I agree with you. I hope you guys waxed your cars. They're getting a dose of sandblasting. Yeah, they are. Well, before we wrap it up, guys, we have one more interview that I did with a lovely lady at the social in Odessa. Her name was Olga. Great lady, very attractive. You guys will decide for yourself. Here she is. Okay, we're here in Kyiv. Okay, our Kyiv social is just winding down. It was a pretty good turnout. We had probably about 150 women. The guys look very happy. But I wanted to take a little break in the action and talk to somebody who is their first time here at a social.
Yeah.
Lovely Olga. Olga, hello.
Yes. Hello.
So Olga, what brought you here tonight?
Right.
Yes. Why did you come here tonight?
Why I am coming tonight?
Yes.
Yes. I'm coming because I want to meet somebody interesting for future relations and maybe getting married in the future. So it's will be my chance to change my life. Change my life.
How did you hear about it?
In Instagram.
Instagram, really?
Yeah, yeah. First time I know about this agency in March, but I have another plans. I could not visit this event. So I was on touch with girls from agency and they let me know about this time. So I'm here.
Great.
Yeah.
And okay, $60,000 question. What do you think?
It's interesting.
Interesting,
Yeah,
okay.
it's interesting networking event.
Yes.
Yeah, I even don't know what it will be. It will be a surprise for me how it's working. What will be? I was in the past on speed dating. So in my imagine it was something like this.
Speed dating?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
no, it's not a speed dating.
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
little bit another way of event, conversation. But it's also interesting. You organize nice party for everybody. I hope girls and boys enjoy this time.
Did you get a chance to talk to any of the guys?
Yeah, I talk with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we'll see.
we'll see. That's good. That's good. We'll
Somebody
see.
invite me to a trip around the world, so maybe we will
Trip
go.
around the world, not just around
Yeah.
Kyiv.
No, no.
Going
Around
big.
the world, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a great plans. No.
Already great plans.
Yes.
Okay. All right. No. Do you know anybody that has done anything like this?
No, before no, nobody.
Well, I wish you all the luck.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm sure, because you seem to have a great personality. You're beautiful, obviously.
Thank you for
I
compliment.
think you should be doing I think you'll do all right.
Thank you. It was a great chance to meet you.
No, nice meeting you too, Olga. Thank you very much.
Thank you for this event.
No, you're welcome. So, guys, you have to get off the couch and you have to come here to meet people like Olga. Okay, you can't just stay there and hope that you'll meet someone or keep on writing to people, to women with really, there's got to be no connection there. You have to come out here, you have to meet the ladies. So, like I said, we're winding this one down. And, we'll see you next time. Thanks. I got to apologize. That was not Olga from Odessa. That was Olga from Kyiv. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Okay, I know we put a lot into tonight's show. We had all those interviews. We had James on the phone, and we had the lovely Anna and my lovely wife Marina join us. I think they got a kick out of that. But just guys, mark your calendar, September 20th. Go to that that seminar in LA, and yes, go to the socials afterwards. That should be interesting. I'm going to talk to John about actually attending. I know my wife won't care. She likes any kind of road trip, so she'll be all for it. So guys, thank you for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next time, okay? Good night. Well, we're still here in Kyiv, and it's coming to the end where we'll actually leave in the morning and head back to Odessa. But I managed to, grab one guy on the tour that I've been wanting to talk to. Ryan, how you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good.
Ryan, you're on the executive program, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. First, I flew to Phoenix and met John and Tanya, my matchmaker, and they took me out for lunch. We talked about the things I'm looking for. First of all, there was this huge personality assessment that they had me fill out that took probably an hour and a half to fill out. Mm-hmm. But it was very thorough, and then once we got to the end of really getting to know each other and what I was looking for, then they had me pick like 300-400 profiles, and then they just got to work.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty thorough. It's pretty intensive.
Yeah. I also had a photo shoot while I was there in Phoenix. So
how did that go?
Good, I guess.
Good,
it seems like it worked out.
So part of that is you get to join the tour. You go to the socials, hang out with the guys. What was that experience like?
It was pretty good. I got here about 2 weeks before the guys got here, so I dated some of the ladies that I met through the executive program, which I would have never met one in particular that I really connect with well unless I had the executive program.
That's right, because she actually had to come in from a different city.
That's correct.
Okay. So how were the socials?
The socials were great. They were wonderful. You've never experienced anything like it. You just gotta go out and talk to a bunch of ladies and just get to know them. It's very fast. There's like 4 hours to talk to 150 people.
Right. Now, you're a young guy, all right, but I noticed at the socials, you didn't just talk to the younger girls. You spoke to all, a big, wide age gap there. Is that something you, particularly wanted to do, or that's just...
Well, I mean, you're going around. I think it's good to maybe use the word work the room.
Work the room, okay. Yeah.
It's a good warm-up, and then you just kind of get to know people, the culture. They're very polite, so there's really no reason not to talk to most of the people. And some of them were calling me over, hey, come talk to us, and why not? I mean, you really meet some wonderful people that maybe there's no romantic interest, but you might make connections in some other way.
So you made some good connections?
Absolutely.
Yeah. In both cities, or one city more so?
Both cities. Both cities. They're definitely different vibes. Odessa is more, if you enjoy the beach, it's a little slower paced. There's still a lot of people there. And then Kyiv is a different energy too. More fast paced and just a slightly different mentality. But you can find anybody at either city.
All right. So you're going to stay here in Kyiv. You're going to see that girl from the other city again. Well, I wish you luck. It was great meeting you. You seem to get along with the other guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to work together. This is not a spirit of like competition. It's
exactly.
How did it go? Did you see anything that was kind of iffy or not? We worked together.
I noticed some of the guys were talking about particular girls and stuff, and so that was interesting. But all right, absolutely. Is there anything that you could say right now to a guy that's watching this, still sitting on the fence, undecided whether or not he should come over? What would you say to him?
There's no reason to just sit there and do nothing. Just come out and experience it. I mean, if you got to save up a little money every month to do it, do it. You're not going to regret it, and you're going to want to do it again. Even if you found the person you're looking for, you're going to be like, man, I wish I could do this again, but yeah, just do it.
All right, just do it.
Exactly.
Ryan, it was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for doing this.
No problem.
I wish you luck, buddy.
It was my pleasure.